So I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm American and I'm kinda confused about some of the names we use for our sports. So a couple years ago, I got into the Catalan Dragons, which are a rugby league team in the south of France. And when I talk with my other fellow Americans about this sport, they ask me, Joey, what sport is that? And I say, oh yeah, it's rugby league. And then they say something like, oh cool, rugby. I love the All Blacks. Does the Catalan Dragons do the haka too? And I say something like, well, actually, Catalan Dragons are a rugby league team and the All Blacks are a rugby union team. They're two different sports, but they both have rugby in them. Our domestic rugby competition in the United States is called Major League Rugby, but it's a rugby union competition that just happens to have the word league in it. So it's like Major League Rugby Union. Try explaining that to Americans. At least France has some consistency. They call the sports rugby à 15 and rugby à 13 respectively. So like rugby à 15 and rugby à 13. Those are easy names, I guess, unless it's the 1930s and rugby league is illegal and you have to call it Jeu à 13 or Game of 13. Poor rugby league. Game of 13. How original. Why not just call soccer sport with 11 players where you kick a ball and flop around on the ground like a pansy? But wait, if it's rugby 7s or 9s, what would you call it? Is it rugby 15 7s or rugby 13 9s? Like, how would you know? Anyway, at least rugby league doesn't use the name rugby union like rugby union does with rugby league. Like my favorite team, Catalan Dragons, they have a reserve team in the Elite One called Union 13 Catalan. I hope I'm pronouncing that, but you heard the word Union 13 Catalan. Okay, they must be doing this on purpose now. Because I live in the United States, I stream games I can't pay for on websites like Batman Streams, Wink Wink, Super League. Get your shit together. Let's see the sports on Batman Streams. Rugby Union, Rugby League, just rugby, and Aussie Rules? Aussie Rules Rugby, or it's Aussie Rules Football. Sometimes they just call it football or footy for short. Footy's a good name, right? I remember watching the Footy Show, which was a footy show about rugby league. So rugby league is also called footy. Aussie Rules is not rugby, but it's also football and it's also footy. Both sports are equally awesome, I guess. I love them both so much. So I tried looking up breakout star Arturo Morg's career in Elite One. He plays for the Catalan Dragons now. He's awesome. So I went to a website called Footy Stats, which talks about stats from footy, and it's soccer. At least soccer owns the FC label for football club, right? You have Everton FC, Barcelona FC. I don't really know. I don't like soccer. Barrow AFC. Ooh, we have A for association. That seems to be a little bit more specific. So A for certain is Association Football Club, unless it's A for Australian Football Club. Or maybe it's A for Arena Football Club too. Arena football is gridiron football. Gridiron football is a type of football invented in my country which uses big-ass helmets and overly long, shameless commercial breaks. It's the only type of gridiron football in America. There's also Canadian football, which is like American football, but has a giant football field, way too big of an end zone, and 3 downs. They have the CFL in Canada and the NFL in America, unless you're talking about the NFL in Ireland, the National Football League. That's the National Gaelic Football League. What is Gaelic football, you ask? Gaelic football is basically what soccer would be if you can use your hands and change enough rules to make it awesome and not lame. Sometimes they play a hybrid game of Aussie rules in Gaelic football, and they call it international rules football. I saw a game one time. The Australian announcers were calling it footy. Well, there you have it. Problem not solved, but at least we kind of ranted on the different names we have for rugbies and footballs and all that stuff. So this video took me a long time to make. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up or a like up. And subscribe. I might make more videos. I might not make more videos. I can never tell. I'm a busy guy, but this was fun to make. Thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.